So,
Ready to go?
ready to go.
Okay. So, hello, beautiful people. This is 23rd Moksha Coffee. Just to remind you, Moksha Coffee is live program where we actually talk about different live topics. I'm Rosna Milisic, and I'm Maitri practitioner and yoga teacher. I did many different things in my life, but those two are current one. And with me, as always, is Zoran, my husband, and he's kinesiologist for almost 30 years. And today, we have a really good and amazing topic. It's discover DNA activation. DNA activation is actually something really new and amazing. I experienced that, but it's actually a modality developed by Zoran. But before you start talking about DNA activation, I would like first to ask you about kinesiology, because many people doesn't know what kinesiology is.
Yes. Well, first and foremost, I want to mention that uh, Rosna and I, we are founders of Moksha Transformation Center. And around the time of creating the idea to have that center, this particular modality I worked on for quite some time actually came to fruition, and it kind of started at the same time. And I called it Moksha DNA activation, right? So back to your question, what kinesiology is. Kinesiology is a energy medical science. Although I don't like to use word medical because it implies Western medicine. But it is in some way, the art of muscle testing. So, kinesiology is a modality which explores all aspects of one's being, not only the disease aspect or the ailment aspect, but it is using all Western knowledge combined with the Eastern philosophies to find the actual cause for the ailment, and then it works on resolving it. So how it does that? Primarily, it is using a muscle test as a main tool to read the body, to read the binary code of the body with the muscle response, and find the blockages of the energy, and then resolve it. So the energy we are dealing with and the system that we are using is uh, uh, Chinese traditional qi or qi energy, and the system is five element flow of energy, and the whole knowledge about meridians and everything else. Not only that,
Yeah.
so it is in a way it is a fusion between the Eastern approach to health and Western approach to health. So it's kind of it holds the best of both worlds.
So can I say that in like 3 words? Like
Yes,
it's a powerful healing modality.
it
Is
is
that?
very powerful healing modality. Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I will ask Zoran something. I'm not sure if he will say yes. But can you show now like muscle test on me?
Hmm.
Like something, I don't know. I didn't uh, thought about it
Hmm.
before. So, but maybe you can just show, like you can,
Okay, very simple test which can
yeah.
give us a little bit more depth into our reality, because my specialty uh, or thing that I contributed or brought to kinesiology is the spiritual aspect. Because through my own life and my own life experience, I actually discovered that most problems that people are dealing with today are actually spiritual issues, and the physical aspect is just a consequence of that. So once when
Okay.
we deal with the actual cause, then the physical body aligns and heals itself, right? So yes, we are starting from the physical body because that's our communication tool with this realm of living. We experience the world through our body and through our senses, and this is our checkpoint that there's something might be wrong or not aligned with my purpose on this planet or truth or whatever, right? So it's my approach to it, and I've been doing this for quite some time. You said more than 30 years.
Yeah, almost 30 years.
Well, it's probably more because I was using kinesiology as a client
Yeah,
myself
for some time, yeah.
from early days of my life, and then I grew to be a practitioner of it, you
Yeah.
know. But
Can,
anyway, so let's just do a simple muscle
yeah,
test. So I just borrow your hand, right?
yeah.
And we basically muscle testing. So I'm not testing the strength or resistance. You're holding that position, merely just maintaining the position. It's very gentle muscle test, and the muscle will lock or unlock based on the idea or verbal input that yields uh, precisely yes or no answer. Okay, so there's no in between, maybe, if, and all these things. So the answer has to be yes or no. Okay,
Okay.
so I'll just ask you to say. So this is we say just test the muscle. Show me a yes and show me a no. Okay, so the muscle response. Okay, good. So just you can close your eyes and
Mhm.
say out loud. Um, uh, I am my body,
I am my body.
and the muscle says no.
No.
Okay,
No.
so just say out loud,
Yes. Okay.
I am not my body,
I'm not my body.
and the muscle says yes. Okay, so this is the one of the basic truths, right? That
Yeah.
we hold identities with many things which are external to us, including this body. And then we may suffer as a result of that because we are aligning with something that is not true. Okay, so it is true that I am in this body, so we can test that. Okay,
Mhm.
so let's do this.
Cross my legs.
Yes, and just say I am my body,
I am my body.
and the muscle says no. Okay, and just say I am in the body,
I am in the body.
and the muscle says yes. Okay. So basically, when you say my body, my question is, and who are you? Okay.
Yeah.
So
But
and
that's this was like a spiritual thing, but you're doing the same
yes,
thing.
we're doing the same with anything else. So
Yeah.
for example, somebody may come with the migraine or backache,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
through the muscle test, we examine the actual cause for that, right? And then we resolve it, and then miraculously things resolve themselves. So it's very powerful because we're not really interfering with the inner intelligence or intelligence of the universe, which is in our body. So we are not interfering with that, and I don't believe, in all honesty, that anybody can grasp what this body is all about, right? I mean, all full respect to the science and medical science, they reached high levels of understanding, but that high level of understanding is from one point of view. So that altogether may not constitute not even 10% of what the body is all about. Okay,
Yeah.
and I don't know if humanity, or if you are approaching this subject through the human mind, collective human mind, that it will ever grasp the inner knowledge of the human body or any body, for that sake.
I would like just to say before we continue that if you have any questions, you can put them down in comment. So I will read them through this through the live. And now, Zoran, if you can, so you had like first 30 and something years of kinesiology. Then
Mhm.
actually you transform actually your path or your you actually develop new modality,
Yes.
and you named it the Moksha DNA
Moksha DNA.
activation.
Yes.
What is that? How it came to the world, actually, to the
Yeah, I think it's the accumulation of all my work and everything I've done in kinesiology, because I tremendously grew in my life through kinesiology. I learned amazing things, whether I was studying from different authors and all that, or I was working with the clients directly. So it's a huge personal development, and it all accumulated um, in this modality that I developed. And the modality, I call it Moksha DNA, because it really deals with the essence of our problems, but also a resolution to these problems on this planet. And it's using something that is at the core of everything, and that is our DNA molecule, which, as we know, um, it holds the blueprint of uh, of everything that's going on in the body.
Yeah, can I just, sorry, so I can see you better.
Okay. She's my personal groom.
Yes, sorry, you can continue. And so you started that like 5 years ago,
Yes.
and it was ready actually a few years back. It was ready, but you didn't use it because meanwhile you actually started developing workshops and programs based on that
Yes.
modality.
Yes. Correct. So the engine, or the basis of that modality is the fusion between an old and traditional knowledge of I Ching and I Ching, uh, through knowledge of 64 hexagrams, uh, and connection with hexagrams to codons in the DNA. So the work the work of I Ching or I Ching was done by Lao Tzu many thousands of years ago, and he left to humanity uh, a particular code which is combined of 6 lines. And a lot of people that, for example, a modern person, if it looks at these codes, it will remind him of something traditional, or maybe Chinese or Korean, or something mysterious, right? But they are actually very simple and precise, I would say, logos, graphics, which are describing the binary aspect of our DNA. So when the DNA was discovered back in 50s, and then the knowledge of hexagrams was linked to then the knowledge of the DNA, they discovered that all 64 hexagrams were connected uh, with the codons in the DNA, right? And it was really interesting how they've done it. They've done it through decoding hexagrams as binary language. So they were like zeros and ones. So at that time, humanity realized that every codon in our DNA, that was around 70s, contained a particular uh, way of telling the cells how to build the proteins. And it was done like, like in the old computer machines with the with these punch tapes, so it was basically zeros and ones. So the zeros and ones of binary language within the DNA, or codons, is actually expressed through amino acids, right? So particular combination of amino acids are giving zero and one uh, combination, with three amino acids which are defining start and stop. Okay, so it's very simple. The
It's
body,
simple.
yeah, it's very simple. It's a language of the universe. So, but it's amazing. It truly is. So the body, or the aspect within the cell, doesn't matter. No, I'm not going to go in that detail. It basically takes the message from messenger RNA, and basically it says start and then 01011001 stop. Okay, and takes that in and it builds the protein. Okay, according to the message. So that's why we say that the DNA is the blueprint of life. Okay, so it contains the blueprint of life, and the building block of life is protein. Okay, so you look back at the I Ching hexagrams. Uh, they connected them because when they deciphered uh, lines to be zeros and ones, they actually determined 64 amino acids in the whole combination. That's how they connected that, and it makes an absolute perfect sense. So many authors have written books about it, and there are charts explaining all this. So basically, nobody knows how Lao Tzu knew about human DNA, but obviously he knew. So it is a rekindled knowledge that was forgotten, or like in many cases throughout our human history, it was translated in the wrong way.
Is
Okay.
there anybody, as per your knowledge, who connected that before you?
No, no, this is the missing link that I basically developed.
And you developed
Yes,
that through kinesiology.
yes,
Kinesiology helped you.
yes. Kinesiology helped me because I used it primarily. Uh, I used it as my research tool primarily, and with the muscle test, you can basically discover or determine amazing things. Even without the need for complex instruments and scientific models and all that. So the knowledge of the hexagrams and the DNA was brought on a higher instance or higher level by Richard Rudd and his
Mhm.
works in gene keys, and that's basically the written knowledge that I'm using to describe the philosophy of it. But also I'm leaning back on the translations of scriptures of the I Ching or I Ching. So one of the most interesting points was that I Ching or I Ching traditionally was always used as a prediction tool. People would have some issues, and then they would throw coins or work with sticks, whatever, and they would find the hexagram, one hexagram, and then they would look for the changing line, and that line would produce the second hexagram. So the first hexagram, the primary main one, was describing your situation, and the changing line was describing your future in relation to the issue, right? And it was so accurate and precise. And I experienced that many years ago with a friend of mine who introduced me to the knowledge of I Ching, and I had a particular life situation, and it was amazingly accurate, right? Which totally blew me away. So that was really a revelation for me. So later on, when I came across the Gene Keys and works of Richard Rudd, uh, I realized that there had to be a way to reprogram this whole thing through the acupuncture meridian system, because already we're talking about the binary zeros and ones, we're talking about yin and yang lines, we're talking about the five element theory and the chi energy, and everything is there, right? But there was, and also the works of amazing Richard Rudd. I'm really his greatest fan. uh, how he actually described the meaning of every hexagram in the practical way for modern human
Yeah.
person, human being. Because, you look at the old texts and everything, they were written for that era with in that kind of language and expression and all that. And sometimes these things may not make sense in today's world. And again, the same text had been translated by 10, 20 people in different ways. So we have these issues with the Bible and
With all the
all,
books.
all the old scriptures, where the truth says this, but translation twists it in totally different way. So when we have what we have. So and then I delved deep into that, and I was for about 6 months when I finally decided to research this deeper. For about 6 months, I couldn't resolve the riddle of 6 lines and 5 elements, and then finally it dawned to me that the fire element actually has 4 meridians, and that altogether constitutes 12, and divided by 2 is 6. So then I had a connection, right? And that was a bingo moment. And then I went into research to find which points are correction points for every line of every hexagram, right? Because if you can uh, awaken the the powers within us, which are basically put asleep long time ago. We are basically on the way to reset ourselves as per what I call God's DNA. Um, the human being from how it was meant to be. So in all these uh, codons, and according to the knowledge of I Ching, everything is actually pre-written. Before you are born, you are actually given a script which um, is transcribed into your life. So by becoming aware of these things, it's giving you power back to change the script and live the life as per your purpose. So you achieve the highest aspect of yourself in this body, in this life. And that is really close to liberation, and that is why I call it moksha, because moksha in Sanskrit means liberation, So if we liberate ourselves of all um, negativity,
And we will not just heal, we will actually go beyond
exactly,
that.
we'll go beyond that. So healing, really, somebody may come to see me because of the headache or migraine or back,
But they
shoulder ache.
usually come because of something like that. Usually.
Yes. Okay. And then through this modality, you actually see where the person is actually stuck and why is this all happening and all that. And once when the person starts clearly and seriously resolving the issue at the core level of or the causal level, not only that the ailment or disease or discomfort is gone, but life completely transforms.
So maybe this all this actually sound so complicated to you, but
Not
practically
for me.
not for you, but I mean for the people on the other side. But if you feel like that, the actually I can say what I experienced through the workshops and the program which is running now. So it's like there are so many changes. I react differently, and there are a lot of people actually telling same
Yes.
thing. I react. The life is going on. Life is not really changing. So there are like good and bad things in the life, but how I respond to situations is actually changing all the time, and I'm more stable. What else? There are a lot of actually, and yes, there is one more thing which is really important. You can't hide thing anymore. so all the things which are suppressed, actually, they start going out. Even if you don't want, they have to go. They want to go out. They want to free you. So it's that's my experience. And so you had more than 70 people on the program and workshops until now. We started October or November last year. I
Yes.
don't remember
Hmm.
exactly. And until now, like plenty of people really experienced this, and you had a lot of feedback also.
Yes.
What other people
Yeah.
what they say about that?
Basically, I'll probably summarize it in one thing that uh, people report to me that the inner shift uh, changes the outer expression of
Yeah,
this life. And it was really funny. I had a client recently, and then she had some issues with the family and all that. Um, so I told her, look, once when you become aware of these patterns and consciously start contemplating on this and resolving within you, you will change your family. And she freaked out. Said, what do you mean? I don't want to change my family. I said, no, not like that, right? If you want to, basically, we manifest people outside, right? I didn't say you replace the family, right? The family stays same, your job stays same, sky is blue, grass is green, all that stuff, right? So the world is the way the world is, right? But our approach to it, and also the world being a platform which allows us to manifest ourselves and project ourselves. If we are close to our truth within, we will also manifest the outer aspect of our life as per our truth. So many things change in life as a result of that. So but the important thing is that people need to understand that for this cup to be filled with something else, I first have to empty it, and then we all of us, we all have story and history. We have all our luggage, which brought us to this planet and all that. So we start resolving it, and sometimes things that are written in our DNA as per our life destiny or karmic inclination or whatever, with our full awareness of it, that those things can be released, the energy of that can be released and used for something else. So oftentimes we need to empty our cup for something else to be filled in again, something new, better, progressive, something according to our truth. And oftentimes these things which are held inside as a stale energy or compressed, subdued, they need to come up on the surface, and people may experience it as a heightened intensity of that. So that goes to the uh, absolute maximum on energy level and then just gets released, right? So and all of a sudden people change towards better. So yes, the whole modality at this point, the way I developed it, but this will go even further. We are working on two different kinds of workshops. The first workshop is dealing with our core wounds of humanity, and they are the things which are affecting our karmas, really. They're affecting our life because they are part of our lower bodies, your physical body, mental and emotional, and this is where the whole situation is actually circulating. So once we resolve those six core wounds of the humanity, we clear that, and we can then move into more authentic living as per our inner truth. So we have repression, denial, shame, rejection, guilt, and separation. So they are the six core wounds of the humanity, and We on these workshops we work with hexagrams, we work with kinesiology correction points, we work with meridians, your organs, functions of these organs. We work with the emotions. We work with feelings, thoughts.
Did you say
Uh,
acupressure points?
Yes, we're dealing with attitudes. We're also dealing with self-sabotage programs, all these
Pain
things,
body
pain
also.
body, yes, everything that we designed as a method to survive in this reality. Okay, so once when we resolve that, then we can manifest a totally different reality. Not only on the outside of us, but also concerning the physical body. So when the energy is released, when it's flowing without any hindrance, then the body heals naturally, and it is amazing, And we are basically working on the basic level, which is your DNA. So there are the six core wounds, and then at the moment we're in the middle of that would be third month now,
No,
fourth month. Yeah,
fourth
we
month.
actually we just started fourth month of the program, which we called the 64 Gates of Awakening. And we're going through hexagrams or your DNA codons in pairs. So every week we cover two hexagrams. We do correction points. We discuss importance and meaning of this. We use amazing tool and knowledge from Gene Keys, from Richard Rudd, and also from Lao Tzu. We lean back on the original I Ching. We use kinesiology and other advanced techniques. We work on the holographic model of your DNA. So it is quite amazing stuff, and I
And
see the response from people
yeah.
is
Sorry,
just
sorry.
astounding.
Yeah. But there is also like in that program there are like three sessions per week. One is yoga, which
Yes,
is
yes,
run by me.
yes.
I have to be important, sorry. And after that, also there is the third session is meditation and talk,
Hmm.
where people can actually ask the questions, talk about what they are going through, and all that stuff. But this program is actually it's 8-month program, and now it's available only for Balkan region because we are doing that on Balkan languages. But in the future, something will be probably available on English because all the things that we are doing
Yes, it's
bilingual. Yeah,
bilingual.
actually, Zwan is doing on English, and I do on
Yeah,
Balkan languages because for me it's easier that way.
yeah. I'll just continue
Mhm.
on this yoga topic. So we're using yoga asanas uh, to activate via body, to activate meridians, which are linked to hexagram lines, which are linked to the human DNA, right?
Yes,
So it is also another fusion of all that knowledge combined with knowledge of Himalayan
traditional school.
traditional school of yoga.
That's the
Uh,
base. Yes.
that's the
Yeah.
base. So we use those asanas to
But
activate meridians, body, your organs, and we have amazing results. So we work through not only through correction points to shift the energy, we also use our body to do the same, and also on a third day we have interactive meeting conversation covering predominantly issues uh,
yeah.
pertaining to the program, but also all other things that people may want to ask. And we also do a meditation, which I specifically designed for this, called I Pure Light, where we explore the essence of our being, the source. We connect to that, and we trigger all this program within ourselves through our meditation contemplation. and the amazing power of us human beings.
Yeah, but as I said, it's not available on English. We will see how we will continue with that next year probably.
Yes,
But for now, on English, in English, you have DNA activation workshops per month,
yes,
right?
yeah.
And the next one is on the next weekend, I think.
Next weekend.
Yeah, next
Okay.
weekend, and it's shame, I
Its
think.
topic is shame. Yes.
Topic is shame. Yeah. Yeah. So for now, every month there is one workshop, and we will see in the future. Probably it will be more things there, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, because now I don't know what to ask anymore. Let me just.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think what's most important to understand is that um, this missing link between the hexagrams and the codons of the in our DNA. So I'm quite amazed with the work I've done. Quite honestly, I was totally blown away with the possibilities, with the depth of it, how far it can go, and the accuracy of it. You know, that was really mind blowing. And then I still cannot understand. And you see, unfortunately, I didn't live in that time. Maybe in the past life, I don't know. Around the time of Lao Tzu. Um, how did he know? You know, that was really bugging me for some time, because once when I discovered when I had this bingo moment, you know, I just couldn't get over it. How did he know? You know, amazing. You know,
Yeah.
amazing. And not only that, he knew more than even we know now. That old civilization, they didn't leave any instruments or tools, or you know, everything is if you look at archaeology, you know, everything's etched into the stone, you know, in the stone tablets, or you know, so quite amazing stuff. And it reminded me of one thing, that I always think that the truth cannot be found on the outside, it can only be found on the inside. And we are walking universe, each one of us. And the truth is in us. Truth is not outside of us. We just have to know how to find it, you know. And this is amazing process, and I guess it's never ending. You know, can this be completed? Probably never. You
Yeah.
know.
Well, sometimes people would ask, for example, okay, is it enough if I come just for one workshop? So if you are just one step from the state of being enlightened, maybe it is, but usually we all carry a lot of things, a lot of rubbish from the past, or probably from the past lives as well. So it's not that easy actually to let go everything. That's why people are coming, repeating and repeating workshops, coming to that program that we mentioned from 1 month to another month, because and not that we can target everything with just one topic, and also not that all layers we can just dig, you know, like from one point. So it's usually going layer by layer. That's why people spend so much time
Yes,
actually working on themselves, because it's really not easy, but it's reachable, right?
it is reachable, and you know,
Sorry, can
yeah,
I just say something? So this actually this modality is something so powerful that I'm really I have that in my house, right? I'm also helping Zoran with that, but I'm still amazed how powerful it is, and I'm quite sure that you know, in the future it will be well known, and it will be spread around the globe, because it's really powerful.
fingers crossed. No,
Yeah.
the point is that a lot of people are seeking a way out of their situation in certain framework, you know. So this is opportunity to heal your life, you know, to achieve the ultimate healing, you know, not only uh, cancellation of discomfort or alleviation of the pain, you know. That is not that is not uh, true healing, you know. That is part of it, okay. So we all have tendency to that we want to live comfortably, no pain, nothing, but life is happening to us, and if we are not living our true purpose, if we are just exchanging O2 for CO2, you know, and just eating, sleeping, procreating, going to toilet, going to work and back home, sleeping and repeating all that, you know, that is very much unconscious life, you know, and our world that we live in is the result of that, you know. When people start awakening from that, what I call opium dream, you know, they start to explore different dimensions of their life, you know. And I don't believe that we humans um, are brought on this planet in this particular crucial point of time in the history of the universe to spend our life or waste our life on eating, drinking, sleeping, procreating, and all that stuff. Okay, so there is more to it, but as we mature through life, nobody moves unless suffering and pain um, is experienced, and when people experience that, they start digging and asking for answers. You know, and this is great tool for that. You don't have to suffer to experience this. I mean,
Yeah,
but usually people don't move unless
they
some
suffer.
some situation makes them do it. You know, something very powerful happens, and people start asking questions. You know, where I come from, what am I doing here? Um, what am I, and where do I go once when I finish with this? You know, does this all make any sense? You know, in terms of totality. You know, so this is fantastic tool to explore life, to open up to many dimensions of this life and experience life as a life with a purpose, you know, because once when we heal and achieve our goal, then the question lingers, yeah, but what's next, you know? And the next is really the realization of divinity within yourself, you know, and that is basically the center in us from which we truly function. So imagine if all humanity um, was functioning like that, you know, we wouldn't have a situation in any way like we have today with wars and poverty and mishaps and suffering and pain, people inflicting violence and destruction upon each other, all that stuff. Okay, so there's this program, not only that it will heal your headache, right, but it will propel you, you know, beyond anything you can imagine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's the essence of it.
And you don't need to know anything, like you don't need any preparation for this program, just
No,
uh,
the hard work, I've done the hard work,
yeah,
right? So you just have to bring your body and bring yourself,
yeah, and you
and
need like 3 hours
yes,
in a row, like
yeah,
block of 3 hours. You need like peace at that 3 hours
yeah,
and a good internet connection, and that's
yeah.
basically it.
Preferably no interruptions, and then we
Yeah,
go through this. I explain uh, all correction points, how we go about them, you know, the theory about it, the philosophy about it, you know, how it's all fit together. I explain all that, and we work on our own bodies. Everything's gentle,
yeah,
no force.
and
It's unintrusive. it's absolutely gorgeous and beautiful.
And the really good thing there is because you don't need to remember a certain situation or certain trauma from your past, but it can be released. So there is no need like to go through something or like just because like just working on that acupressure points,
Yes.
you will actually going through all that process without going to the past and remembering, you will slowly let go different things. You can remember, but it's not that you have to, right? So but still it will work even if you don't go to the
Yes.
past and think about anything from.
All your life traumas, which in 99.9 cases are behind
Check them.
all the diseases, all these life traumas, and not only from this lifetime, from previous lifetimes, and including your ancestral lineage, that is all written in your DNA. So it is readily available. And all these traumas and situations, you can imagine them as energy packets of dense energy, which is unresolved, and that is sitting in your energy system and blocking the normal flow of energy. So with these powerful points, we have an ability to release this energy without even going through or reliving the traumatic situation again, and then the results are self-evident. So it is quite amazing. So do you have any questions?
There is no questions. People, they know everything or they don't follow us or something. I don't know.
That's good.
Anyway, is there anything else that you would like to share regarding to this topic, DNA activation?
No, I think you're probably gonna have to ask me because I'm so into it, and like a crazy scientist, everything makes sense to that person, but people need to ask the questions, right? So
Yeah. Well, for example, I have to say this. I do not understand all that medical stuff, like like all that.
yeah, most people don't. I mean,
But
it's not common that
yeah,
people know the intrinsic details of how
yeah,
body functions, how hormones
yeah.
work, how
But
all
what
these
I
things. But
know,
it's good to
yeah,
know.
yeah, it's good to know. That's okay. Many people can understand that. I can't understand like that stuff because it's not close to me. But it works. That's I experience. It works. So that's what I can say about it.
But I must say, on that subject, my uh, uh, official education is software engineer. So I'm an IT engineer, right? And she's but uh, and after I went through my IT career and all that stuff, uh, I then studied medical science and kinesiology and all that. And then I just realized that the creator, whoever designed this body, the guy had to be an engineer, and everything made absolute perfect sense. So whoever wants to study medicine, I suggest you first study IT, right?
Yeah,
And then study medicine. You won't even have to read the books. Everything is total common sense. So
logic.
it's very logical if you're looking at it from an engineering perspective. So a lot of people, they are quite amazed with how I remember things, and I've done those medical subjects long time ago, but I haven't forgotten one bit of it.
Yeah, but
It's
that's
because
really
it
specific.
makes
That's
it
because
makes
yeah,
perfect sense, and I'm actually quite good in connecting the energy model with this physical model.
yeah. But
And
so Zoran can actually he can fix the car. He can fix people. And yeah, he knows all how that DNA stuff works. So yeah, and it's all connected for him,
and I can
not
cook.
for,
I love
and it
cooking.
can yeah. So he's just talented and really he can remember so many different stuff. We actually discussed this morning in the group how actually it's amazing that somebody can like have such a huge storage, like I can't remember.
Yeah, I tend to remember things which are of my interest, things that I'm not interested in. I hold no
Yeah,
space in my
yeah.
brain for it because and a lot of things which are of secondary importance, I keep them in books. So I know where the information is in the book, so I don't need to remember it. But everything else that I don't
Everything
know,
else you remember.
it just came to me. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, well, some people have that
Yeah, some
amazing
people have
memory.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was quite good in I use this word fusion. Connecting a lot of things which are not looking the same, but I was connecting them into one whole thing. So that
Yeah,
is, I think,
yeah.
my
Well,
my good ability.
yeah, and
But I have many faults as well. She knows that.
yes, yes, definitely. And one of them is time. Actually,
Uh,
John is really bad with time, so
yeah,
he's terrible with that.
I'm disconnected
Yeah,
from time.
and because I'm
Absolutely.
really good with time, so now it's time actually to finish this coffee
Okay, she's the
for
boss.
today on the paper. Actually, Moksha Coffee, I'm author of this Moksha Coffee.
Yes.
That's true.
And you're also author of these programs because I was like a crazy
I,
scientist. I was, enthusiastic about it, and I was holding all this in my head
yeah,
and
well,
all that
yeah,
stuff. And she said, "How about
yes, I
doing
had.
something with this?" No,
Yeah,
I never thought about that.
yeah, I was actually the one who was giving him instructions to do a workshop. I didn't do anything else, but I just said, Zoran, okay, can you like make workshop? So
No,
let's.
because I'm terrible in speaking to camera. I hate it.
Yeah. And then actually I said, Zoran, let's make a program of this. And then he took like few days or maybe more. It was maybe a month or two because we were
Two,
moving.
2 seconds.
No, we were moving.
Come on, it was 2 seconds.
It would be if we didn't move like a third time in like 3 months. So because of that moving, that's why actually it took some time
Yeah,
to create that
yeah. But
program. But yeah, the ideas are mine. I
yeah,
I have to take some credit.
but this also opened up more opportunities for different programs and activities that we can do.
Yes,
But more, we're going to talk more about that later, I guess, as we
as we
as
go
we
through. Yeah,
develop it and publish things. But for now, we have uh,
yeah. For now, our
64 64 hexagrams we're doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But for now, like
For Gate of
actually, yeah.
Awakening, and we
But
have six core wounds of humanity as
yes,
main thing.
yes. But for now, our audience is mainly from Balkan, and we would like to spread around to share this with people
With the rest of the world.
with the rest of the
Yeah.
world. Yeah, because it's so powerful. And if you are watching this coffee, please share, please talk about it, please call us, talk.
Send us a message.
Yeah, send us a
We are happy
message.
to answer.
Send us any questions that you may have after this coffee. And yes, let and join us in one of next workshops.
Okay,
That's it for today.
that's it.
I have more coffee there, but we can now continue behind the scene, huh?
Okay, good.
Okay. So people, see you in 2 weeks again. It will be Moksha Coffee on for Balkan region, and in a month again on English. And in a day or two, this will be available. This live will be available on Zoran's YouTube channel. We will announce on the social media. Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you, and thanks for questions. I really appreciate it
Today is about me.
because oftentimes I don't even think about these things.
Thank you for the
But
opportunity to speak in English in front of audience.
all right, guys.
Okay.
All the best to everyone, and write to us, contact us, and we are happy to
share this.
to share this and hear from you. Okay. Bye now.
Button, Sören, button.